What if I told you the ocean is not just a world of waves, but a graveyard of secrets, where ships vanish without a trace, ancient cities sleep in silence, and creatures that should not exist drift through the abyss? Scientists say we've only explored 5% of the world's oceans, which means the other 95% remains an endless mystery. Imagine diving into the deep, your flashlight piercing the blackness, only to reveal a sunken pyramid, a ghost ship frozen in time, or a creature that looks straight out of a nightmare. These aren't just legends, they're real discoveries, chilling reminders that the sea holds more secrets than the land ever could. Today, we're descending into that darkness to uncover over 50 of the creepiest things ever found underwater. From cursed ruins to ghostly shipwrecks, these are the mysteries the ocean never wanted us to find. The ocean hides more than just fish and coral reefs. Beneath its waves lies a world of shadows, secrets, and things that chill the very soul. From sunken cities swallowed by time to mysterious creatures frozen in eerie silence, the depths of the seas have kept some of the strangest and most unsettling discoveries ever made by humanity. These are the things that make divers hesitate, scientists puzzle, and storytellers spin tales of horror and wonder. Some finds defy explanation, some hint at forgotten tragedies, and others seem to come straight from nightmares. Today, prepare yourself to dive into the abyss as we explore over 50 plus of the creepiest things ever found underwater. A journey into a dark and mysterious world few dare to explore. 1. The USS Cyclops, Bermuda Triangle. This massive naval ship vanished without a trace in 1918. No wreckage, no survivors, only eerie silence remains in the depths. 2. The Yonaguni Monument, Japan. Massive stone formations beneath the sea that look like ancient ruins. Some say they are a lost civilization, others argue they are natural. The mystery alone gives chills. 3. The Mary Celeste, Atlantic Ocean. Though found adrift above water, this ghost ship's story haunts the seas. Crew vanished, cargo intact, no explanation. 4. Underwater stone spheres, Caribbean. Perfect spheres carved from stone, some weighing tons, lying on the ocean floor. Who made them and why? 5. The underwater city of Pavlopetri, Greece. Sunken over 5,000 years ago, this ancient city lies eerily preserved beneath the waves, streets and buildings, frozen in time. 6. The Baltic Sea Anomaly, Baltic Sea. A strange, disc-shaped object on the seafloor, resembling a crashed UFO or an ancient artifact. Its origin remains a mystery. 7. The Ghost Nets, Global Oceans. Abandoned fishing nets drift silently, trapping sea creatures and creating deadly underwater death traps. 8. The Bell Island Mine, Canada. Underwater tunnels flood this mine, where miners once worked, now abandoned and echoing with forgotten sounds. 9. The Sunken Temples of Dwarka, India. Ruins submerged off the coast, said to belong to a lost city mentioned in ancient texts. 10. The skeletons in the shipwreck of La Salle, Gulf of Mexico. Human remains are scattered in a sunken 17th century shipwreck, frozen in time with tragic stories untold. 11. The underwater pyramid of Yonaguni, Japan. Colossal steps and terraces hint at a hidden architectural wonder beneath the waves. 12th. The ghost ship Carol A. Deering, Atlantic Ocean. Found abandoned with all its crew missing in 1921, sailing toward an unknown fate. 13. The lost fleet of the Spanish Armada, English Channel. Hundreds of ships sank, their wrecks still revealing artifacts and skeletons of sailors lost to the sea. 14. The SS Andrea Doria, Atlantic Ocean, a luxury liner wreck, now a graveyard, where divers encounter eerie silence and darkness. 15. The underwater forest of Tasmania, Australia. Submerged ancient trees, standing like petrified sentinels beneath the waves. 16. The silent coral graveyard, Pacific Ocean. Coral reefs are devastated by disease, resembling ghostly underwater cemeteries. 17. The World War II, B-24. Bomber wreck, Pacific Ocean. A plane crashed into the ocean, its remains holding the frozen stories of lost airmen. 18. The lost submarine USS Scorpion, Atlantic Ocean. Vanished in 1968, discovered decades later, an eerie reminder of underwater dangers. 19. The underwater cave of Cenote Angelita, Mexico. A river of hydrogen sulfide divides fresh water from salt water deep underground, creating a misty, otherworldly scene. 20. The Deepwater Horizon oil spill site, Gulf of Mexico. A haunting scar on the ocean floor, where life still struggles to recover from disaster. 21. The Baltic Sea Shipwrecks, Baltic Sea. Perfectly preserved wooden ships resting silently in cold waters, carrying stories of old trade and war. 22. The U-boat wrecks, Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. German submarines sunk during World War II, haunting the depths with their lost crews. 23. The whaleback shipwrecks, Great Lakes, unique cargo vessels resting in fresh water, a ghost fleet beneath calm waves. 24. The underwater ice caves, Antarctica, ice formations beneath glaciers, sparkling but deadly, with unknown creatures lurking. 25. The Japanese aircraft carrier Akagi wreck, Pacific Ocean, a massive warship lying broken and silent, a grim reminder of battle. 26. The underwater graveyard of Scapa Flow, Scotland. Over 70 German warships were sunk intentionally and are now rusting relics inhabited by marine life. 27. The ghostly wreck of the SS Edmund Fitzgerald, Lake Superior, a freighter lost in a storm, haunting sailors and divers alike. 28. The underwater ruins of Baiae, Italy, a Roman city sunk by volcanic activity, with villas, statues, and temples submerged in haunting beauty. 29. The Titanic, North Atlantic Ocean, the most famous shipwreck in history, resting silently over 12,000 feet deep, a grave for over 1,500 souls. 30. The Chandelier Tree underwater, Mediterranean Sea, an ancient tree fossilized and submerged, resembling a ghostly chandelier swaying in currents. 31. The underwater ghost town of Port Royal, Jamaica. Once called the richest and wickedest city, it sank during an earthquake, freezing a moment of chaos below the waves. 32. The ghost shark, Deep Ocean, a rarely seen creature with a translucent body, its eerie appearance haunting the abyss. 33. The sunken World War II tank, Normandy beaches. Abandoned military vehicles now corroded and encrusted are reminders of the D-Day invasion. 34. The underwater Stonehenge, Florida. Stone structures on the seabed resembling the famous monument and sparking theories of lost civilizations. 35. The SS Thistlegorm, Red Sea, a cargo shipwreck filled with wartime supplies frozen in underwater time. 36. The Bermuda Triangle wrecks, Atlantic Ocean. Mysteries surround this area where ships and planes vanish with no explanation, leaving eerie debris. 37. The underwater cave of Cenote dos Ojos, Mexico, a vast labyrinth of underwater caves filled with skeletons and ancient artifacts. 38. The giant squid, Deep Ocean. Rarely seen, it evokes ancient sea monster legends, its ghostly form a creature of nightmares. 39. The lost submarine, USS Thresher, Atlantic Ocean. The first nuclear submarine lost in an accident, resting deep and silent. 40. The underwater ruins of Heraklion, Egypt, a city swallowed by the Mediterranean Sea, rediscovered with temples, statues, and artifacts preserved underwater. 41. The ghost nets of the Great Barrier Reef, Australia. Derelict fishing nets are trapping marine life, eerily floating like invisible traps. 42. The underwater crystal cave, Mexico, filled with enormous crystals, shining and otherworldly in the darkness. 43. The SS Central America, Atlantic Ocean, a shipwreck carrying gold, lost during a hurricane, its treasures fueling tales of cursed gold. 44. The underwater car graveyard, Florida Keys, a collection of abandoned vehicles resting on the ocean floor, slowly being reclaimed by the sea. 45. The ghostly face on Mars underwater analogy. While not underwater, the face-like formations on Mars have their underwater counterparts, strange rock shapes that look like faces, haunting divers. 46. The submerged forest of Dunwich, England. An ancient forest is lost beneath the North Sea with roots and stumps visible beneath the waves. 47. The underwater volcanoes of the Pacific Ring of Fire, spewing lava and gas in the darkest depths, creating eerie underwater landscapes. 48. The sunken Spanish galleons, Caribbean, ships laden with gold and silver, now ghostly skeletons of the sea. 49. The black dragonfish, Deep Ocean, a terrifying predator with bioluminescent features, lurking in pitch darkness. 50. The lost amphibious vehicle, unknown location. An old military vehicle was found submerged in a swampy area, covered in algae and rust. 51. The underwater ice worms, Arctic Ocean. Strange worms living inside ice, part of a hidden cold ecosystem. 52. The deepwater fossilized forest, Gulf of Mexico. Preserved ancient trees lying miles beneath the sea. 53. The submerged megaliths of Yonaguni, Japan. Gigantic carved stones that defy natural explanation, shaped like steps and platforms. 54. The shipwreck of the SS Yongala, Australia, a passenger ship lost in a cyclone, now a haunting artificial reef. 55. The underwater stone circles. Ireland. Mysterious arrangements of stones resting on the seabed, perhaps ancient ritual sites. 56. The ghostly jellyfish blooms. Global oceans. Massive swarms of translucent jellyfish drifting silently, creating an otherworldly glow. 57. The submerged cave paintings. Mexico. Ancient art found deep in underwater caves has been preserved for thousands of years. The ocean's depths guard countless secrets, many of them dark, chilling, and unfathomable. Every wreck tells a story of disaster, every strange creature sparks fear and wonder, and every sunken ruin whispers of civilizations lost beneath the waves. Exploring these underwater mysteries reminds us that despite all our technology and knowledge, the sea remains one of the last great frontiers, a place where the past and the unknown collide in eerie silence. So next time you hear the call of the ocean, remember the stories hidden beneath its surface, waiting for someone brave enough to uncover them. The ocean hides more than beauty, it hides truth. Which of these discoveries gave you chills? The ghostly shipwrecks, the sunken cities, or the strange creatures of the deep? Do you think these mysteries are accidents of nature, or could they be evidence of forgotten civilizations and untold tragedies? With 95% of the ocean still unexplored, who knows what else waits in the abyss? Drop your theories in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think lurks beneath the waves. And don't forget to subscribe, because this journey into history and mystery has only just begun.